2025 didn't just raise the bar for anime, it vaporized it. We got fed legendary sequels on silver platters, originals that rewrote the hype playbook, and cliffhangers left us all screaming into our pillows. And if you kept up to that, go ahead, claim your otaku princess crown. But just as you catch your breath, look to the horizon. Because 2026 is coming in hot, and winter is not playing around. It is going to be a perfect storm of titans and slept-on masterpieces, ready to claim your life, your sleep, and your group chats. So, lock in, tap that like, hit the subscribe, and bell that notification. Consider it the ultimate power-up. Alright, let's kick it off at number 10.
君の妹ちゃんは病死じゃなく殺されたんだ。ある強力な化け垢にね。
なんだこれ! Dead account. Okay, real talk. We're starting with a mystery that's dripping with existential dread, and a premise so sharp it could cut you. Dead account isn't your typical fantasy isekai, it's a brutal deconstruction of the genre, wrapped in a detective noir. The story follows Kazuma Kagami, a salaryman who dies and gets resurrected in a fantasy world as a skeleton. But here's the kicker. He's not the hero. He's literally just a low-level mob enemy in a dungeon, destined to be farmed by actual players. Otherworlders like him who got the hero package. And his only advantage is, he keeps his memories and intelligence every time he's rebitten, allowing him to slowly, painfully learn and adapt.
先輩、あれ
悪う思うなや。
誰も殺させはしない。僕が守る。約束する。僕が守るよ。
9. Trigun Stargaze. Let's be honest, the mere mention of Trigun sends a specific generation of anime fans into a nostalgic frenzy. But Trigun Stampede didn't just ride on nostalgia, it redefined Vash the Stampede for a new era with breathtaking CGI animation from Studio Orange that moved like Liquid Dream. Trigun Stargaze Eye is the direct continuation, picking up right after that earth-shattering, revelation-packed finale. We're not getting a recap, we're diving headfirst into the deep end of the saga. The mysteries of the plants, the true history of the twins, and the ominous threat lurking in the cosmos are now front and center. This is where the cosmic opera truly begins. The anticipation is astronomical, pun fully intended.
匠朝です。お父さんもお母さんももういない。ポツン。私は一人。ポツン。私は。わかるよ。
8. Journal with Witch. That cosmic scale leaves a bit of whiplash, so let's dial it down to something intimate, whimsical, and utterly enchanting. Journal with Witches, the anime adaptation of a beloved slice-of-life manga that's been described as a warm cup of tea for your soul. In a rural town that seems untouched by time, a reclusive young witch named Elena, not to be confused with the wandering witch, runs a small, peculiar shop. She doesn't sell potions or curses, she sells experiences. Using her magic, she can help customers revisit cherished memories, experience a day in another's life, or see the world through new eyes.
Bollocks. If I could make all 7 heroes my friends, I think that we'd be able to conquer the world together.
7. Fate. Strange. Fake. Buckle up, because the Holy Grail War is getting weird, officially sanctioned, and insanely over the top. Fate. Strange Fakies. No longer just a series of flashy light novel covers and hype PVs, it's finally hitting our screens, and the Fate fandom is vibrating at a frequency that could summon a servant on its own. This is a parallel story set in the United States, in a fabricated city called Snowfield, where a bootleg Grail War is initiated by a mage trying to copy the Fuyuki system. But because it's a cheap knockoff, everything goes gloriously, catastrophically wrong. The rules break, the servants summoned are irregular, including perhaps the most hilariously OP archer ever conceived, and multiple factions collide in a chaos that makes the original wars look like a polite debate. The anticipation is rooted in pure, unadulterated spectacle and a beloved creator's touch. The original light novel was written by Ryogo Narita, the mad genius behind Durarara and Bakano, meaning you can expect a sprawling cast, intersecting plotlines, witty dialogue, and violent, unpredictable madness.
すべての動物搾取者たちへ告ぐ。これは人類に虐げられてきたすべての動物たちの叫びである。
6. The Darwin Incident. Prepare for a show that will dominate think pieces and Twitter discourse from its first episode. The Darwin Incidentus, a bold, provocative sci-fi thriller that tackles evolution, racism, and revolution with the subtlety of a sledgehammer. And we mean that in the best way. In a future where genetic engineering has created a new species of human-animal hybrids called Circes, society treats them as a dangerous underclass. The story follows Charlie, a young wolf hybrid who becomes the symbolic face of a growing civil rights movement, and Shu, a human police officer assigned to monitor him, whose own prejudices are slowly unraveled. It's Zootopia meets Blade Runner with a searing, mature edge. The hype is intellectual and visceral. The manga has been showered with awards for its sharp writing, complex world building, and stunning, detailed art that makes every hybrid character feel biologically plausible. The anime adaptation has the potential to be the season's most important and talked about narrative, holding a mirror up to our own world struggles with discrimination and fear of the other.
Curated 開けたところまで付き合ってもらうぞ。居合主と七の型。日輪。
5. Fire Force, Season 3, Part 2. The flame is back, and it's burning hotter than ever. Fire Force's final arc is upon us, and if you thought the stakes couldn't get higher after the cataclysmic revelations of the first core of Season 3, you haven't been paying attention. The Great Cataclysm is in motion, the Evangelist's true goals are out in the open, and Company 8, along with what's left of the Fire Force and the Holy Soul Temple, are in a desperate, all-out war to literally save the world from being reborn in infernal flames. This is endgame territory, and creator Atsushi Okubo is known for delivering climaxes that are as emotionally resonant as they are visually explosive. The anticipation here is for payoff. Pure and simple. This is the culmination of years of buildup, of mysteries about spontaneous human combustion, the Adala burst, and Shinra's connection to it all. Fans are waiting for long-awaited confrontations, for characters like Arthur to reach their full, ridiculous potential, and for the animation studio, David Production, to pull out all the stops. 4. Sentenced to be a Hero. Get ready for an isekai that flips the script so hard it might give you narrative whiplash. Sentenced to be a Hero presents a deliciously dark premise. Our protagonist, Kensu, is a despicable, self-serving criminal from our world. Upon death, he's not praised or given a cheat skill. Instead, a divine court sentences him, and his punishment is to be reborn as the legendary hero of another world, forced to shoulder the hopes of humanity, fight monstrous calamities, and be a paragon of virtue, all while battling his own vile, selfish nature every step of the way. It's a psychological battle wrapped in epic fantasy armor. The hype revolves around this phenomenal internal conflict. This isn't about an OP hero steamrolling demons, it's about a man fighting a war on two fronts. Against the world-ending threats and against the monster inside himself. The source material is praised for its deep character study, its exploration of redemption, whether it's even possible or deserved, and its surprisingly hard-hitting tactical battles where Kensu's cunning and ruthlessness become perversely effective tools for good. 3. Hell's Paradise, Season 2. The brutal, beautiful nightmare returns. Hell's Paradise. Jigo Karaku took the anime world by storm with its intoxicating blend of ultra-violence, spiritual philosophy, and some of the most uniquely terrifying body horror this side of Berserk. Season 2 is poised to plunge us back into the hellish ecosystem of Kotaku, where Gabimaru the Hollow, the executioner Sagiri, and the other condemned criminals are now deep in the fight for the elixir of life. But as they've learned, the island itself is the enemy, and the celestial beings known as the Tensen are just the apex predators of this food chain. The anticipation is at a fever pitch for one reason, the Sankai Shu. Season 1 was essentially a prolonged, terrifying introduction. Now, the true horror begins. The Tensen, in their various, beautiful, and utterly monstrous forms, take center stage, and the battles escalate from surviving the flora and fauna to fighting godlike beings with command over life, death, and reality itself. Mappa's adaptation was lauded for its faithfulness to Yuji Kaku's stunningly detailed manga art, particularly in the contrast between the grotesque and the sublime. Season 2 promises more of that, with even more complex, spiritually infused combat and profound explorations of themes like the meaning of life, death, and what it means to be human. 2, Frieren Season 2. After a journey that redefined fantasy anime for a generation, Frieren Beyond Journey's End is returning, and the quiet is deafening with hype. The first season was a cultural phenomenon, a masterpiece of melancholy and quiet beauty that followed an elf mage grappling with millennia of life and the weight of memories after her heroic party's adventure has long ended. Season 2 won't be a simple continuation. It's the next major arc. The journey to the mythical demon lands in the far north, a place where the party's legendary hero Himmel never even ventured. The anticipation is profound, not explosive. This isn't about bigger battles, though there will be incredible spell-slinging combat. It's about deepening the journey. We're gonna see Frieren, Fern, and Stark confront the heart of demonkind, facing enemies of a scale and intellect unlike any before. This arc delves deeper into demon society, their inhuman psychology, and presents moral and strategic challenges that will test our protagonists like never before. It's also a crucial period of growth for Fern and Stark, both as warriors and as people. Studio Madhouse, with its breathtaking direction that finds epic scale in a falling leaf and profound meaning in a silent glance, is returning, promising the same impeccable pacing, soul-stirring soundtrack, and emotional depth. For fans, Season 2 is a promised journey into the unknown with beloved characters, carrying the expectation of more heartache, more wonder, and more of the series' unique, poignant magic. It's not just a sequel, it's a necessity.
歌姫のところにいたやつの気配が消えた。逃げの算段はついてるわけか。挙式紫
1. Jujutsu Kaisen. Was there ever any doubt? The king is back, and the world of Jujutsu sorcery is in shambles. Following the unmitigated cinematic event that was the Shibuya Incident arc and the world-altering chaos of the Culling game, Jujutsu Kaisen returns to television, and the anime community is holding its collective breath. This is no longer just a hot shonen battle series, it's a full-blown tragedy in motion. A story where every victory is Pyrrhic, every character is broken, and the villain has already won in so many ways. The upcoming season is expected to dive headfirst into the aftermath and escalation, adapting some of the manga's most devastating, lore-shattering, and visually spectacular battles. The anticipation is a tidal wave. Mappa's animators, despite well-documented production struggles, delivered some of the most iconic fight sequences in anime history in Season 2. The expectation for what's coming, battles that redefine power scales, character moments that will leave audiences shattered, and revelations that flip the entire script is astronomical. This is peak Jujutsu Kaisen, faster, harder, darker, and more complex, with Gege Akutami holding absolutely nothing back. Fans are waiting to see their favorite and most traumatized characters animated, to hear the soundtrack swell during pivotal moments, and to experience the sheer, unfiltered chaos of the story's most pivotal arc. And there you have it, the top 10 most anticipated Winter 2026 anime, a lineup so strong it might just break your watch list. Remember, this is just the preview. The real work begins when these shows start airing. So get your rest, clear your schedules, and maybe do some stretches. You're gonna need it. Don't forget to smash that like button if you're excited for any of these, subscribe for more deep dives, and hit the bell so you don't miss a single update. Let us know in the comments which one you're waiting for the most. Until next time, keep watching.